Hey everyone, GreymanX6 here again, and here I am with the December 2024 pickup video. Yup, along with that big BBTS splurge, these are the last few things I got in 2024, and how fitting that in the month that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 hit theaters, we look at a Shadow figure. Now, everyone's been going gaga over the official movie figures, not only that superposable main 5-inch one, but also the one that came with the set, that multi-pack that lights up, also one that even comes with a motorcycle, and those are all fine and dandy, but I wanted one that looked a little closer to the games. This is the Jack-specific Sonic Prime version, who looks very, very similar to his games, and look kind of like the movie figures, has a little bit of fur texturing, but not going overboard. Yeah, I had a Shadow figure before, but after seeing that there was a 5-inch one that was made for that Netflix show, I had to take the plunge. I mean, here's the one I had before from Toy Island, based on Sonic X, like that Metabots line, or whatever it was. I mean, yeah, it was good to have a 5-inch Shadow, but this spindly thing, the head sculpt's all off. There's not much in the way of articulation. These little noodle arms. There isn't even wrist articulation. Oh, and just as a kicker, you don't see the air holes on the bottom of his shoes. Well, you do here. Well, you only have holes for the ones where there's peg holes, but still, sculpted detail on the bottom of the shoes. That's a big improvement, going a long way. And as you can see, way more articulated. It's not a 90-degree bend, but he's got bend in the knees, and he's got twist at the ankle as well as the knees. Got a ball joint at the hips. This one seems to go a bit better. Alright, all same deal with the elbows. Again, not as superposable and not as good a bend as the movie figures, but comparison to what we had before, it gets the job done. Okay, oh, just twist at the elbow. Doesn't really have, can't really look up, but he can move side to side. And again, just the detail's so much better. Got a little sculpted fur detail there, which this didn't, and it was really off-putting. He had a matte finish up here, but he's all glossy here. Here, it's more consistent throughout. There's, it looks like the tuft of white fur is a separate piece, whereas this here, where it's basically kind of like just sculpted in and painted over. So yeah, all in all, this is the definitive 5-inch Shadow figure if you don't want to go the movie route. And just for the sake of comparison, I'm not bringing out all the other Sonic characters I have, but I will bring out Sonic himself. This is a completely different line. This is the Jazzwares one. I just became aware that Jazzwares used to do things for Sonic, sort of like how Toy Biz did Marvel Legends before Hasbro picked it up. So yeah, two completely different lines. He's got, Shadow's got a burlier torso and like thicker arms, and he looks like he's a little taller, but all in all, they scale together just fine. Now, in 2024, and a little before, you had plenty of options for a nice, good, nostalgic Optimus Prime. You had, like, the Missing Links version, you had, what was it? Oh yeah, the Commander Class SS-86 version. But I got this thing, this is the one released in 2023, the Reactivate version, from a game that's now cancelled and we'll never see. Yeah. Me, I was too young to remember Transformers when it first hit. I was born in '82, but when it was repackaged as Gen 2, oh man, that's when I really got into it. And then I remember that commercial for the G2 Optimus. Yeah, it was a retool of the OG '84 Optimus, but damn it, I didn't care. I just wanted that so bad, but I was never able to get it. So this absolute unit was my first Optimus. I remember going to the Kmart. It's like $50? Is it worth it? I wasn't very financially stable at the moment, but I took the plunge and... Oh, it's not even in frame. Yeah, this is the movie Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime. Oh, this Chungus, this absolute unit, still a thing of beauty and still represents the character on my shelf to this day. I mean, yeah, this is Optimus Prime. Say what you will about the other movie designs early in the franchise, but you took one look at him and you knew it was Optimus Prime, and if I still had the batteries in, with the flex of his glass man tits, he would declare, "I am Optimus Prime. I am Optimus Prime." God, I still love this thing. But I was kind of hankering to have another Optimus, maybe to have on my computer desk, and since I already got that reactivate Bumblebee, I figured, why not? Let's get this Optimus, because I'm sure you've heard all the buzz by now that he looks rugged in his vehicle mode, like some Mad Max shit. And he's got like this weird black texturing in his Energon axe. He's still got the ion rifle. He's got the Matrix in his chest, of course, why not? He's unmistakably based on G1 Optimus Prime, but he just looks so more rugged and badass. Let's see if we can get him started with the transformation. There we go. We got Optimus Prime all transformed in this badass looking truck mode, and I've gone on record saying I've come for the long-nosed look in the movies in Transformers Prime over the traditional cab-over design, but damn, this is a sweet take on the old cab-over design. He just looks all big and beefy. And the battle damage on this grill where he spilled some oil, ran into some Decepticreeps. And overall, it's a very satisfying transformation. I mean, they're basically fidgety 3D puzzles Transformer toys, and this is a nice one to have on my computer desk, because, as most people know, this one can be very challenging to transform. It's very intricate. Still love it though, but it's not just something you pick up and mess with willy-nilly. This, however, for having a second Optimus instead of going back and getting the actual G2 toy or the missing links or whatever, I'm glad I picked this one up. Alright, and now moving on to the big 500-pound gorilla in the room, we got DK! Donkey Kong! Yeah, this was half off at Target. I decided, as Christmas was approaching, check out if they still had one, and there was one last one available, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Maybe I should have gotten one earlier, because I think there's a paint application error for the eyes. Yes. I think someone kind of messed it up. And having this in hand, Jack specific, they usually seem to do good on these Sonic figures, but with the Mario stuff and related, I think they're kind of hit and miss. I mean, not to be nitpicky, I mean, I remember the days and like Ninja Turtles when they didn't really have all that much articulation, or again, Optimus Prime and Transformers for that matter, the Missing Link series giving them articulation they never really had. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. He could have really used a bicep swivel, so he could have had the elbow bend up and deliver an uppercut that way. Anyway, his head doesn't do much but move side to side. You do get a lot of range in the shoulder ball joint, but again, could have really used a bicep swivel. At least the wrist swivel and hinge. Also, you get some swivel here with the feet, and very limited with the ball-jointed hips. And this, okay, that ab crunch is really tight, and when you do it, you don't get a lot of range, and it's pretty gappy, but having a good Donkey Kong figure that's in scale with your other stuff, there's not many other options, except maybe going back to the old figures for that CGI TV show. I never really got those in hand, so I can't say. At any rate, here he is with his BFF Mario, who doesn't need any special power-ups to smash every bone in his body! And here we have old DK with some of his cross-company Smash mates. We got the old McFarlane MGS2 Solid Snake. We got the previously shown Jazzware Sonic Colors 5-inch Sonic. We got the 6-inch scale, way overpriced Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. And we have the old Nell Sentinel 4-inch Mega Man, which I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna hang on to him and say getting the new Jada Toys Mega Man. I just don't like the big bulbous head sculpt on the new one. This more happy-go-lucky looking Mega Man suits me just fine. And now, moving on to the gaming pickups. And this was my sole pickup when I went to Kansas for my usual annual pilgrimage to see a friend of mine. He was so hyped to show me this new shop that was set up with all sorts of figures and game software and everything, but there was some tempting stuff like Alex Kidd and Shinobi World Complete for $50 off the usual asking price, but I had to watch my money, and since we had access to the N64, I decided it was finally time to add good old GoldenEye 007 to my collection. Yes, I know there's remasters and re-releases now, finally, but it was time to just get the actual card, because, yeah, Pierce Brosnan right there. He's the first Bond I knew. I actually saw GoldenEye the movie because of this game, but back then I never got to experience the relationship ending, friendship destroying joy that was the multiplayer deathmatch. I got a little taste of that while I was away, making up for lost time. And speaking up for lost time, how appropriate we're talking about Sonic when I managed to find this for a good price later on. Yeah, we didn't get the first Sonic Drift here in America for Game Gear. So yeah, nowadays we know Sonic Racing for Super All-Stars, Transformer Prime, whatever. But he was ripping off Mario Kart well before then. And yet, this came out early 1994, so it didn't even have Knuckles yet. We just have the characters introduced in the original Sonic 2 and CD. But no Metal Sonic, I think. I think he was in the next one. And take a look at this! Cart's in nice condition. Got the instructions. Classic Robotnik and everything. And there's Amy. Oh, look at this, so cute. It's gonna be a trip seeing her in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Is it gonna... I don't know if it's gonna go with CD or not, but... Well, then again, the actual Sonic the Hedgehog 4 game did have Metal Sonic in it, so there's that. And it even has the old insert for Sonic and Tails. I think that's what we knew as Sonic Chaos. Puyo Pop for Game Gear. An Atlas game for the Game Gear. Didn't know. And oh, look at that! Yu Yu Hakusho for the Game Gear. I didn't know about that either. Yeah, take a good look, Yusuke. You had a Game Gear game all this time and you never knew. I mean, most people knew about the Genesis one, but maybe we should check that out. I don't know. And time to wrap this up. Here's the other pickup I snagged while I was up in Kansas. $5, what can you do? A little DVD set for Martian successor Nadesico, am I pronouncing that right? All I know is that this was a 90s anime that was a spoof of the mecha genre, which I haven't seen a lot of. I never even finished playing old Neon Genesis Evangelion. I think I stopped at the episode where Asuka and Shinji were doing synchronized ballet in their huge mecha. But anyway, how many episodes we got on this? Looks like we got 9. And have a look. Look like they're in decent-ish condition. Why not? Bolster your physical media library in this uncertain age of streaming. And also at a Goodwill, yeah, this was kind of lambasted back in the day when it first came out. Silly movie with... who was in this? J-Lo and Ice Cube. Yeah, I still remember seeing this in theaters with a friend. I mean, it was dumb. Wasn't gonna win any Oscars, but it was fun. And that's it, and that's it for 2024. And I'm running out of space to put stuff, so who knows how much I'm gonna get in 2025. Who knows? Who knows?